Hey, it's Benjamin D, and welcome to episode 5 review of season 5 of Supergirl. And I'm here with Cody, and I'm just gonna let him give his thoughts first, because he's a little bit more unbiased than I am when it comes to Supergirl. Because as you can tell,
It's true.
I'm Supergirl is my favorite. So, Cody, have at it.
The episode was dumb. So I'm not going to say, and I am not coming into here expecting the most honored traditional realism with my superhero shows. Okay,
Yes.
I understand that there is supposed to be an extension of disbelief. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm accepting that. They pulled some shit in this episode that made me Picard facepalm.
Yeah, first of all, Rip Roar is not Doc Ock, and yeah, they made him Doc Ock, and she fought Doc Ock, and I mean, it legit was Doc Ock. I'm sorry, it was Doc Ock, and
John, don't apologize. For the last 3 episodes, she's fought in Spider Woman, Hit Girl, and now Doc Ock.
yeah, next week is a horror episode, so who knows what she's fighting. But
Maybe the zombie shark from Resident Evil 6.
I don't know, but so season 4 of Supergirl was so fantastic, and this season has it's just it's just been kind of crap. The writing's all over the place. There's too many plot lines. At least this episode mainly stuck with 2 plot lines, and I really, as stupid as this episode was, I really did enjoy it because it was some 70s Superman stuff. But the problem
So,
is the other shows aren't doing that 70s feel, so um, the corniness.
so I'm going to retort to that.
Okay, go for it.
One, the second half of season 4 was really good.
Okay, yes. Once Lex Luthor showed up, it became fantastic.
Yeah, the first half,
It was okay.
once Lex, they kind of they kicked it into 12.
Yeah.
I have this, and you and I were talking about this, and I have a funny feeling that Supergirl's not going to get really interesting
Until Crisis.
until after Crisis.
It's like, so it's sort of like the Supergirl writers. They know how to end story arcs, but they don't know how to start them.
Hmm.
Because, like, think about it.
No,
All the political stuff at the beginning of last season, if, like, while Supergirl
it
and
was
Superman
bad.
has been political, it was a little over the top. But the problem is, once Lex came in, and then it's like, okay, well, Lex started this. He's the one who paid these people. It made all sense. But you didn't sprinkle any of, like, foreshadowing that this was Lex at the beginning at all. So, but it paid off once Lex showed up. So, like, were able to conclude and wrap everything up perfect and have that second half of the season so well done. But that first half was just kind of all over the place. And that's sort of what I'm getting here, but I still feel like that first half of season 4 was still better than what we're getting right now for season 5.
See, the problem is I agree with you on this, but the thing is with season 4, I at least still somewhat gave a crap about the beginning of season 4,
Yeah.
and it just made it a lot more better once Lex showed up, and then they finally started putting all the pieces together.
Yeah.
I
That's not the case here.
I legitimately do not care about really anything between season 5. The beginning of season 5. The only thing I really care about is the Martian Manhunter stuff, partially because Phil Lamar showed up, and that just added the cherry of awesomeness to it.
That was fantastic. Phil Lamar.
But that's going to get retconned once Crisis hits.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
want Phil Lamar to be more present. Like, if it was Supergirl versus Phil Lamar in Martian Manhunter, I swear to God, I would be giving these episodes 10s.
I
If
would.
you had the plot just focused okay, so you had the main plot of Supergirl with Martian Manhunter dealing with Phil Lamar and dealing with what Phil Lamar is doing.
I feel like that's what their main plot should be.
It's what it should be. The Lena Luthor stuff, just throw it out the window because I don't like it and I hate it, and she should not be evil.
You realize you and I was talking to you this last week.
Yeah.
but because I wasn't reviewing it with you. I haven't had this conversation with you off screen
Yeah.
because this show has already pulled the Lex card.
Yeah.
We already have a standard of what pretty much you should be doing,
Yeah.
but when it comes to Lena, you know she's never going to reach that level.
No.
Like Lex literally during his trial killed a judge and then still wanted to blame it on his hatred for Superman.
Yep.
Okay, you know Lena is not going to get to
Mm-mm.
that point.
Never. Never.
And the more and more the show keeps trying to justify and move on about why she wants to do this, it continuously makes less sense.
And so what I think really hurt my opinion with this episode was the fact that I read the first volume of the brand new Supergirl comic, which is her investigating the real reason why Krypton blew up, and she goes to space with Crypto, and the first place she goes is the Lantern Corps because Hal Jordan's ring had info on this battle axe of one of the people that was part of the destruction of Krypton, but all of the information was classified even to Hal Jordan. So she went to the Green Lanterns, had John Stewart, and she snuck into that vault where the classified information is stored. And then, like, her axe had a defense mechanism, and it engaged, and all the lanterns come after her, and she has to escape, and the lanterns are like, Kara, you need to stop. And Kara's like, look, I am not. And like, it's all her going through space trying to solve these mysteries, and it's phenomenal. It is phenomenal. It's stories that only Supergirl could do, because the whole beginning before she leaves Earth is her and Cal talking, and Kara's like, hey, all your memories are on Earth. My memories are from Krypton. My earliest memories are Krypton. Your whole life is here on Earth. Mine's not.
This is something that you and I brought up when we were watching Batwoman earlier today, is
Yeah.
that there's I am completely okay with Arrow ending this year, within the next 2 or 3 years, for them to pretty much end the Flash and Supergirl,
Yeah.
because
We're getting to that point.
it's getting to that point of you're just dragging the show out.
Yeah.
And honestly, they've kind of done everything they can do.
Yeah. They couldn't do this comic arc on this CW. They couldn't afford it.
They couldn't. It's like you're reaching this point. I mean, you kind of proved with Jimmy Olsen kind of leaving last week. You're reaching this point in your show to where characters' arcs are coming to completion.
Yeah. I see 2 more years of Supergirl, to be honest.
Okay. This whole shit with John Jones this season, yes, if we did not know that, the spinoff was coming,
Yeah.
okay, I see him wholeheartedly leaving at the end of this season because of all this shit with his brother, and then whatever goes down in Crisis.
Yeah. No, I understand. Overall, what would you rate this episode, though?
I can't give this a dumb out of 10, can I?
No, it has to be a number.
Okay. This is a 4.
A 4? I'm going to give this a 5.5. I think this was one of the better episodes of this season, but it's still not much above average. But yeah, so 5.5.
The 4. It was a dumb, stupid episode.
It was.
Dumb, campy fun.
It was
like some of the Flash episodes have been.
Yeah.
It's just, but it's not to a point to where it's face-palmingly mind-numbing.
Yeah. So
it's just this is dumb. Can we please get to Crisis?
Yes. So and first of all, Kara, please deal with Crisis. Like, I feel like it would make this. I think that's the problem. Supergirl is not dealing with Crisis while the other shows are, and that's so interesting. It's that then we get to Supergirl. It's like, okay, you need to be dealing with something.
And that's what's going to piss me off, is the closer we get to Crisis.
We're like a month away.
Yes, I know, but Crisis is normally around like episode 8 or 9, right?
Yeah.
what's going to really piss me off is when it comes to like episode 7.
Hmm.
That's when they finally jam all their like their crisis.
Yeah,
Like, oh my god, this is actually happening.
yeah. You're not on
Like, yeah,
CBS anymore. Like, you need to be dealing with
yeah.
this.
It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, it's going to take Oliver doing something crazy, or Barry probably doing something crazy of like, guys.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. And like always, we will see you in the next one. Later.